What if everything you saved your whole life suddenly became worthless when you needed it most? This is the shocking truth one man discovered too late. Once upon a time, in a dry valley village, there lived a hard-working man named Elias. He was the most diligent person in the village, working from before sunrise until the moon rose high. Elias's greatest fear was poverty. He was obsessed with holding on to everything he earned. Whenever he received a few coins, he never spent them on good food or nice clothes. Instead, he exchanged all his money for heavy, shiny silver coins. Every night, Elias sneaked behind his house, dug a deep hole, and buried his jar of silver coins. He called it his safety jar. He often told his wife, "As long as this jar stays heavy, we will survive." The cold, hard feeling of the coins in his hands gave him a strange sense of peace. Many years passed, and Elias's jar became very heavy. He was proud to have the most silver stones in the entire village. Then came a terrible drought that lasted for years. The valley turned to dust, crops failed, food became scarce, and grain prices rose 10 times higher. Confidently, Elias dug up his safety jar. It was heavier than ever. He carried it to the richest merchant in the region to buy grain. The merchant looked at the pile of silver, gave a cold smile, and said, "Elias, 10 years ago, this silver could have bought a whole warehouse of grain. But today, when everyone is starving, your silver is nothing but cold, useless stones. I can't eat silver. I can only sell you 2 small sacks of grain." Elias was devastated. He carried the tiny sacks home, realizing the bitter truth. The coins he buried had slept underground, while the world outside had changed completely. His safety had been an illusion. In despair, Elias wandered to the nearly dry stream. There he met an old man doing something strange. The old man was not saving money. With his last few coins, he was buying the smallest, weakest, leftover wheat seeds from others and carefully planting them in the last patch of damp mud by the stream. Elias asked, "Are you crazy? Why bury food when we're all starving?" The old man smiled, his eyes shining brightly. "I'm not burying food, young man. I'm burying hope. You bury dead stones. 10 years later, they remain just stones. I bury living seeds." Elias looked at the old man, then at the remaining silver in his hand. For the first time, he saw how useless it truly was. He decided to take a risk. Instead of buying more food to survive, Elias used his last silver to buy a small piece of land by the stream and a bag of seeds from the old man. Neighbors laughed as they passed by. The richest man in the village is now playing in the dirt. Elias ignored them. He cared for the land like it was his own child. The tiny seeds cracked open, sending up fragile green shoots. They grew stronger every day. When the rains finally returned, while the rest of the village still struggled with empty jars and sky-high prices, Elias's field glowed with golden wheat. That harvest, Elias reaped 100 times more than the seeds he had planted. He kept some to eat, sold some for money, and planted most of it again. Years later, Elias was no longer the man with the heaviest jar in the village. He became the owner of the largest wheat fields in the entire valley. On his grandson's birthday, Elias did not give the boy a single coin. Instead, he placed 1 plump wheat seed in the child's small hand and said, "Remember this lesson, my child. Never become a slave to cold stones, money, and bury them in the dark. They will never grow. Be brave and trade them for living seeds, investments. At first, they may be small, weak, and need hard work, but only living things can multiply. Let your money work under the sunlight. Never let it sleep forever in the ground. Life lesson. Money hidden away is like dead stones. It never grows. True wealth comes from planting living seeds, investments, knowledge, effort that grow and multiply over time. The safest thing is often the most dangerous if it stops you from growing. If this story touched your heart and opened your eyes, smash that like button right now. Share it with someone who needs to hear this life-changing message. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss our powerful stories that help you grow stronger every single day. See you in the next one. Let's keep planting seeds together.